Wọ́n fẹ́ sí wàhálà nígbà yẹn lọ bí travel àbí.
Mo gbọ́. Mo ti join kíláàsì tí mo fẹ́. Ó yẹ ẹ wọ wò.
Please, Mujib, you can start, Mujib. Aziz.
Okay, thank you, Gabriel. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry. Why am I saying morning? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 4th day of the Embo Design Bootcamp, and I'll be your instructor today. And still continuing on our introduction to Figma, and I'll be taking you through how to edit text in Figma, typography, colors, how to edit objects in Figma. So let me share my screen so you guys can see. Can you guys see my screen now? Please, if you can see my screen, say yes.
Yeah.
Any confirmation, please?
Yes, you can see your screen.
Okay. So today, as I said earlier, we'll be talking about editing of text in Figma, editing colors in Figma, editing shapes in Figma. So, like I said in the last class, this is the object tool. If you want to choose any shape for the shape tool, if you want to choose any shape, we have rectangle, we have line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, star, and image, and we have the text tool here. This is the text tool. If you want to write a text, then click on T, and then you place it anywhere on your canvas, and you can start writing. You can start writing anything you wish to write. So we'll be talking about editing text in Figma. So for editing of text in Figma today, I'll be using this example, this small design I made to be teaching editing of text in Figma. So let me duplicate this and then delete everything. Okay, so we'll be duplicating exactly what is here. We'll be replicating it. So we have this page. This page was drawn using my frame tool. Let me my frame tool. Click on my frame tool and then drag, hold and drag. And then I hold and drag and then I give it. Let me give it my color. We'll still go back to how to the color. So let us call this page 2. So let's start with this is like, let me say, a blog. So let us start with the title of our blog, which is The Story of Fela. So as I have said earlier, to write in your canvas, you click on the text tool, and the shortcut for the text tool is also T. You press T and then you click on your canvas. You press T and click on your canvas, or you come to the text tool and you click on the text tool and click on your canvas. So let's see. In the properties panel, this is the properties panel and design panel also. Can you see where my mouse? This by the right side of your canvas. Can you see where my mouse is on? So this is the properties panel, and this is also the design panel where you can edit an object, change the properties. This is the panel for it. So let's click on let's click on our title. Let's click on our title we have here. So this is the title, the story of Fela. So this is where you see X and Y. These are the position. This is the X coordinate, the Y coordinate, the position of the text inside our frame, inside our container, X and Y. And then we have W and H. This is width and height. This is the width of our text, which is 322. And we have the height of our text, which is 48. And this is the rotation. If you want to rotate your text, you can rotate it by, let's say, 40 degree. It rotates. You can rotate it by 180. You can rotate it by 90 degree. So anyhow you want to rotate your text. So let's go back to 0 degree. So on your text, still your text now. This is constraint. When we see constraint in Figma, this is when you click on when you're expanding the container which your objects are in. So which side of the container do you want your objects to be in? So we have two positions. We have 4 positions actually. We have left and right, top and bottom. So here you can change to left, right. We have left and right, center, scale. And here we have top, bottom, top and bottom, center, and scale. But most times you are going to be using left and right, and center for the horizontal axis, and top and bottom, and scale, and center for the
I haven't touched this one like yeah. That's the I'm saying that you are
for the vertical axis.
Please, guys, mute your mic.
Please,
Oluwati.
there, actually.
If I mute your mic, you won't be able to speak anymore.
Okay, thank you. So still on our text, this is constraints. So what this constraint is about is when you're expanding your container, where do you want your object to be? So let me say I put for this now, let me say I change the constraint to right. So I change the constraint to right. So if I'm increasing the width, which is the horizontal, so if I'm see the constraint is the text is sticking to the right, is moving with the right, is moving with the right. But let's go back. If I change the constraint back to left, you see the text is not going to move with the right side of the container. You see it's still on the left, still on the left. So Control Z back. So that is all about constraints. And if let me bring this down a bit. If we are editing if you are changing the vertical height, like the height of it vertically, if you are changing it, let me say I change this constraint of top and bottom to, let me say I change it to bottom. So if I'm increasing the height now, you see it's sticking to the bottom, it's not coming up, it's sticking with the bottom, it's not coming up, it's sticking to the bottom. You can see it's going behind order. So let me say I change it to top now. You see to move, you see it's going with the top, it's going with it, it's going with it. So that's that for constraints. And then we have next pass through. Think the lecturer instructor yesterday, Mr. Henry, stated this out. This is pass through for opacity. Pass through for opacity. You can set it to normal, you can set it to pass through. Let's set it to normal. Let's set it to normal. So this pass through, you can change your pass through. You can make it, let me zoom in for you to see. You can change your pass through to 80. See, you can change it to 10, become very transparent. You can change it to 40. You can change it to anything you like. So change back to 100. So moving on, we have pass through, then your layer. We have then this the text. This is where you edit your text now. This is where the main work is. This is where you edit your text. This is where you edit your text. So here now, where you see this enter, when you click on it, you can change your typeface. You can choose any typeface you want. Yeah, we have typeface. This are like multiple. These are combination of multiple fonts typeface. So when we say enter Interbold. Interbold is a font. Intermedium is a font, but Inter itself is a typeface. We have Poppins. We have various type of typeface. So we're still using Inter. Still using Inter. So you can choose your typeface. And in some places they'll call it for you font, but don't get missing. It's still the same thing, though. But for more like professional definition, font is font is different. Please, can you mute your mic, please?
Toshi.
So, for more professional definition, typeface is a combination of different fonts of the same type. So let's go back. Then you can change your font, your typeface here. Then you can change your typeface weight. We have regular, we have medium. Your weight, if you want it to be thick, bold, or we have thin. You can see as I'm clicking on this, you can see the blue text. Let me zoom in for you to see. Okay, so once I put it on semi-bold, the weight is going to change. The thickness is also known as the weight, the thickness of the text. Extra bold, you see it's changing. So this you can change the weight of text. This weight is used to set hierarchy between different text, different layers of text. So you can change it to medium. So let's change it back to medium. Where you see the number 40, this is where you can change the font. You can choose any you can choose any font size you want. You can change the font here. You can choose any font size. The font size, you change the font size. Let's say we don't want 40, let's say we want 50. Go to 50. See, the font size will increase. Let's say we want 80. The font size will increase. Let's say we want 32. The font size will increase. So let's go back to 40 that we are using. So we have here where you see auto. This is the line height. Oh, thank God, Figma. That's one thing I love about Figma. It has brought out a tooltip to tell you what this is for. This is the line height. Auto, where you see auto, this is the line height. So you can just put in auto to use the automatic value, the default value that came with the font, or you can edit the font. You can edit the line height the way you want. You can put in your value, or you can use auto to use the default line height. So most times, for most advanced designers, most times they use their own line height, not the auto line height. So most times it's good to use the auto line height, and most times it's not good to use it. So going on, when we're teaching psychology in text and psychology behind text, we'll be telling you this, why you have to change your height. And so now let's say you want to change the line height to like 34. You see it decreases, but let's go back to auto. Once you clear it out, you see the automatic line height that came with it, the default line height. See, this is 48. If you can see my screen very well, this is 48. The default line height that came with it. So you can increase it if you want. Let's say we want 56. You can increase it. This is the line height. You see this blue border around this blue border around the text. When you select the text, this blue border around it, this blue lines around it, like this line now, that is the line height of the text. You can increase it anyhow you want. You can say 72. See, it increases. So let's go back to auto. You can just write auto, the normal auto, and let's go back to auto. You see. So moving from there, you see where you see A and 0%. This is the letter spacing. See A between two strokes. So this is the letter spacing. You want to space your letter. If your letter are too congested, if there's no proper spacing between each letters of your words, like if there's not enough spacing between T and H, or there's not enough spacing between H and E, and you want to increase the spacing, then you can increase it here or decrease it here in the letter spacing. option, you can, okay, let's say you want to increase the letter spacing option by, let's say by 10%. You see the spacing in each letter now has increased. You can see the spacing in each letter has increased. Let us say you want to increase it by 100%. You see the spacing between each letter has. So most times it's good to use 0%, but if you're using specific specifications, or if you're following some brand guidelines, you might want to tweak it a bit. So, and if you're using some certain font, you might want to tweak it a bit. So let's move on. So this is paragraph spacing. That's if you have a long text like this. Now I want to let us change the value. You can see the spaces between each paragraph. That is when you click enter, when you go to the next paragraph, when you click enter to go to the next paragraph. So the space between them, the space in between, this is it. This is paragraph spacing. If you want the space to, so now the space between each paragraph here now is 78. You can see how far apart they are. So you bring it back to 0. The spacing between them are very far apart. So that's for the paragraph spacing. Then we have this. We have auto with this arrow that has arrowhead. This one that has arrowhead at the two endings. This auto width. We have auto height, and we have fixed size. So this is, for an example, let me bring in dummy texts. So let's go to our plugins. This your plugin tool for resources tool. Let me call it resources tool. That's what Figma will call it. Resources. That's resources tool. You go there, you can see your components, plugin or widgets. So we're going to plugin. You then put in lorem ipsum. We use lorem ipsum plugin for dummy text. If you are creating a project and you don't yet have the text for it, so we use dummy text lorem ipsum. So let me load our lorem ipsum. Loading. I think the network is a bit. Please, I want everyone to confirm if you can still hear me. Please confirm if you can still hear me, please.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
If you can, please say yes. Okay, please, I need more confirmation to know if everyone is following with the class. Please, I need more confirmation. Okay. Moses says, can you hear me? Moses, please, if you can hear me now, please say yes, please. I think my network is kind of good now. Okay, so if let's go back. So okay, the lorem ipsum, and then let's create a text box. Now you click on T and you click hold and drag any text box you want. Then this is the lorem ipsum plugin. So if you want words of dummy text, then you click on generate. You see, it will just generate for you. This is to generate immediately for you. So what the auto width tool is for now is, let's say, if you want it, if you want your text on a long line, like if you want everything on a long line. See now, let's see. We're back in our normal text box. If you want everything on a straight line, if you want it on a straight line, everything on one line, you can just, if you want all your sentences on a straight line, you can just click on. Want it to pass this the border around my text. I don't want it to pass this. Click on fix size in my panel. You can edit once you click on fix size. So once I start writing, let me write.
Yeah, sorry, it's coming up. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. Please, let's just be patient. Is quite off. I believe his network is coming back on board. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, can everyone see my screen now? I don't know what's happened. Everything just went black. Can everyone see my screen? Say yes, please. I'm sorry for that. Oh my god. Can you see my screen? Please say yes. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why everything just went blank immediately. When we bring this text into this page now, for example, we bring this text into this page and we've heard of left align, center align, and right align in Microsoft word. So let's say we want to align our text to the right. We want to make them align to the right. Then you can click on align right. These are the alignment tool. You can align left. You can see the Figma tooltip is bringing it up. Align left, align center, and align right. So if you want to align it to the center, click on align center. See, the text is aligned to the center. If you extend it, it's in the center. It's in the center. If you extend it, you see the text are always in the center. So if you align it to the right, you see the text have moved to the right. The text has moved to the right. You can see it. So align back to the left. You see. So and there are other aligning option here in Figma also for you that like. So we have this. We have align top, align middle, and align bottom. These are also aligning tools in Figma. Let me see. I increase the width. Let me say I manually increase the height of this. Manually increase the height. You can just click, hold and drag the border of the text. Manually increase the height. So, and we say, okay, it's currently in align top. Let's click on align middle. You can see all the text are in the middle, and this is the height of the text box. So let's say align bottom. You can see it has moved to the bottom of the text box. That's just the alignment tool. And for more options, for more alignment options, let's click on auto. So for more text editing options, you can click on these three dots, type settings. You can see Figma brought it up. Let's go back. Let me go back. You can see Figma brought up a tool tip. This type settings. Click on type settings. You can see more. You can see we have our auto width, we have auto height, we have fixed size, we have align right, align center, align left, align center, align right. Justify if you want to justify you have it. So let's go back to align left. See your decoration. If you want to decorate your text, let me zoom in for you to see. Don't decorate your text. If you want your text underlined, see our text is underlined. If you want it underlined, and if you want a strike through it, you can click on strike through. See, it looks like as if we cancelled our text. You can see. So let's go back to none, and you see this dash here. That is none. Once you hover on it, Figma will automatically bring two tips telling you what each of this is. So, and we also have one amazing thing. If you've written everything you're writing, in lowercase, you can change everything. You can force everything to uppercase, like this. You see, everything is in uppercase now. That's one thing about Figma. You can force. You see, if you want everything in lowercase, you can force it back to the normal one we use. You can see that every word starts with. You can force it where every word starts with a capital letter. Every word starts with a capital letter. And then I think okay, this option font doesn't support. Okay, you have small caps. Like if you want small caps, like capital letter, but they are small, not big. So let's go back to as typed. See, this is as typed as with type or trim. See if this is the normal trimming close to the text. Like you want to make it very close to the text. You want to make it very close to the text. That's it. So we say list styles. If you want to list, like for listing, let's say you want something like okay, let me create a text here. You want something like we have okay, let's say we are listing things we want to buy in the market, tomatoes. So and enter we have banana, and let's say we have mango, orange. Sorry, let me change that to calculate. Sorry. Here's capital letter. I want this in a list format. I want it in a list format. So you can just click on, see list style. You go to list style. You can just click on bulleted list. I don't know why my it's going off and on. Sorry guys for any. Of course. Can you guys hear me? Please confirm, please. Can you guys hear me? Mr. Gabriel. Okay.
Yeah, you can share your screen now.
Okay. Sorry for the interference. And so please tell me where you stopped. This hearing me. Where did you stop? Hearing my voice, please.
The list item. When we wanted to start the list item.
Okay. Thank you. So let's go over the list item again. So you click on your type settings. I go back. Let's say we are not listing it now. So let's say we've written this list of items we want to buy in the market, and we want to give them maybe a bullet list or a numbered list. Want to make them a bulleted list or numbered list. You can just click on type settings, come to list styles, then you click on bulleted list. You can have it bulleted, or you come to numbered list, can have it numbered automatically. That's one beautiful thing about Figma. And the spacing, where you have list spacing, the space between each list, if you want to increase the spacing between each list, let's say I want to increase it by 24, you see the spacing has been increased by 24. You can see the spacing has been increased by 24. So let's set it back to 0. So you see, spacing has been reduced back to 0. Paragraph spacing, I think I've shown everyone paragraph spacing. And truncate text. Truncate text. This truncate text is like a continue. Like, you know, when you are reading something, you have that dot at the ending of the text, and maybe you have a button down and you click on read more, then it opens more. So that's the truncate text feature. So let's say we have this text, we have here this some text, this dummy text, and let's say we reduce the height of the borders. Let's say we have the height here. So, and we want to truncate the rest of this text under. We want to truncate them. We don't want to make them visible. You can just click on truncate text. You can click on truncate text, and they'll be automatically truncated. You can see at the ending of this, you have those 3 dots. You can see it's automatically truncated for you. See, they are not visible again. It has been truncated. So you can see these 3 dots. So it gives you the sign that okay, the text still continues. So if you are increasing the border now, you can see the text are coming in. So anything outside the border, the text box, anything outside it's going to be truncated. Anything outside it, so you're increasing it, you see. Anything outside it will be truncated. So that's for truncate tests. And then, sorry, let me bring that back for you. And then where you see fill, let's leave there. We are done with everything on this panel. Let's leave there. And when you come to fill, in this fill, you can change the color of your text. That's the fill of the text, the color. You can change the color of your text. You can change it to red. You can change it to green. You can change it to blue. You can change your color of text to anything. So let's say have it as black. So, and you can also change where you see 100%. You can also change the opacity value of your text. You can also change the opacity value of your text. If you want to make the opacity value of your text color, let us say you don't want the black to be very present. Let us say you want it 80. See, the opacity value will change. The opacity value of the color will change. See, it's 80 now. The opacity value will change. So let's take it back to 100. So now if you want to on and off your the color of your text, if you want it on and off, you can just click on the eye tool here and just on and off the color. And if you see add another color, like let's say we add 100, you can see that one you switched off is still there, but we've switched it off, so you can't see it. We switched it off, so you can't see it. So you can turn it back on, and it's very dark. You can turn it back off. You can see. So you can turn everything off. You can turn everything on, and the minus sign is to delete any one of them. And let's say we delete the one we turned off. And delete it. It's gone. If you guys can see hear me, please confirm you can see hear me, please. If you guys can hear me, please confirm. Okay. Thank you. So that's for the fuel, and this is the stroke option. If you want to add a stroke to your text, you can see it's very dark. So it's most time not advisable to add stroke to your text, except you are like using advanced design options and designing something advanced. It's most times not advisable to add stroke to your text. So here you can say if you want your text to be inside, center, inside, outside, you can change the weights of your text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say we want to 6. You can see you can take the weight of your stroke. So that's but we're deleting. We're not using stroke for color for our text. These are effects. So this drop down shadows for shadows, effects for shadows. These are effects for shadows. These are effects for shadows, but we are not using shadows with our text in design. Mostly, you won't be using shadow. If you want to export your text, I don't think there's any need for you to export text, but this for exports. So that's all for editing text in Figma. That's all for editing text in Figma. So we'll be quickly replicating this. So let's the story of Fela. We have the line the font size to be 40, the weight is medium, the typeface is enter. So just the story of Fela legend. So this the font size is 40, the weight is medium. So everything other else are there. So we change the color to blue. So you can have it here. Can have it here. And then let's just duplicate the image. Just duplicate the image, and then we have the image here. And then for the text, so for the long text, the paragraph text, we have 18. The size of the font is 18. We have line height is 32. We have letter spacing 0. The font weight is regular. The font typeface is inter. So we can just click T on our keyboard, hold and drag for a long text box, and then let's copy everything that is here. Sorry, let's copy. Click T on our keyboard, hold and drag. Then Control V, paste. Then we have this. So our font size 18. We have 18. Our line height 32. We have 32 there. Regular. We have regular. Then we bring it into this. So let's expand it a bit. A bit. So this is left aligned. So you see that the border of the text now is higher than the text inside. The text size is higher than the text inside. So we could just use our auto height to take it to the normal size of the text. So we go. We have another heading here. We have life and career. Let's life and career. Find career. So let's look at the properties for life and career. The font size is 28. The weight of the font weight is medium. Letter spacing is 0. Line height is auto. Font typeface is enter. Then we go of 28. Line height is auto. Write your normal auto. Regular. Change it to medium, right? Enter. And we change the color to blue. And then we have we have this. Then you bring this in. And then we have another text box here for another text. So we click T on your keyboard, you hold and drag for your text box. Then you copy everything here. So then you click T, open your text box. Sorry for going back. Then Ctrl V to paste. You can see the text box now. The borders of the text box is smaller than the actual text inside. So you can still use the auto height feature, make it normal, then place our text. You can see. Then let's increase the height of our text bits. So we have then at the ending we have powered by Goodreads. So let's see what powered by is now. Powered by is 18. The properties for powered by is the font weight is regular, the font size 18, the typeface enter, then we have powered by font size 18, regular, font width regular, line height you can see is 32, letter spacing is 0%, font typeface is enter, then we bring it into our text, our page here, bring it to our page, and then you can see this Goodreads now. You can see the Goodreads. The font, the typeface is different from the rest. The typeface is different from the rest. So let's see what the Goodreads typeface is. We have Laleza. We have Laleza here. And we have the font width. I'm sorry. The font width is not selectable. That is the only font width for Laleza. For Laleza only has one font width. So we can't change it. So that's why this is not active. The font size is 60, the line height is 72, the letter spacing is 0%. So we have good reads. We have good reads. So let's say the font, the typeface is enter. So we want to go back to Laleza. So you can click on the typeface option here and Laleza. You can go to Laleza. You can change the color to blue. You can change the color to blue. See, the color is blue. You can place it in, and we have what we've done here. Though it's not the same as the sizing is not the same, but this we've successfully replicated what we have here, and that's it's for editing text in Figma. So please, if you guys understand what I've said so far, please say yes in the comment section. Okay, Oji Ama, yes. What you're replicating is an image. You can come up with your own, but make it very close and make the properties very close. Make it look very closer to what you have in the image. Yes, you can do that. So let's quickly move to images, colors. Let's quickly move to colors in Figma. Editing colors in Figma. So editing of colors in Figma. If you guys can see my screen, say yes, please. Say yes. It's my screen. Okay. Thank you. So we have editing of colors in Figma. We have solid colors, we have linear colors. Those are the type of colors we have in Figma. We have solid colors, we have linear colors. So let's see. Let's draw a rectangle by clicking R on our keyboard, hold and drag. Let's draw a rectangle. So here in the properties panel where you can edit this object. So we want to choose a color. So you see where this fill option is here, this fill panel here. That's where you can choose a color for your object. So once you click on this, you see a color swatch will be opened. Once you click on it, you see a color swatch will be opened. I see this letter there now, this letter inside this color swatch, and here in the fill panel here, that's what we call the hex code. The hex code, that is a standard identification of colors used for identification of colors. So different colors have their different hex code. That what we call hex code in design. Even in general, that's what we call hex code. So we've opened this swatch now, this color swatch. So you can go around and pick any color you want in the swatch. You can play around. Let's say you want to choose. You see, this panel now that has this line that has different colors down, that is, you can change. That's the color swatch. You can change. So this is the color editing panel. Sorry for calling it color swatch. This is color editing panel. This is the color swatch. You can change different colors and change to pick different type of colors. We have the opacity value of the color. That's how I said, the opacity value of the color. This is the second line. The opacity, if you hold and drag, you see the opacity value is reducing. You can see the opacity value here 100%. And you can also see it on the fill panel here 100%. So once you click, hold and drag, it's changing. Or you can click on it and change it manually. If you want to go to make it 50%, you can click on it and change it manually. So that's it. So that's it for the opacity value and the color swatch. And we can identify by S code, RGB, CSS, HSL, AHB. So we are teaching you about psychology of colors and our material design guideline, telling you about how to use all this. But most of the time you'll be using X most of the time. So, and this color picker, you can pick any color. If you've used any color previously, you can see some of the colors I've used here. They are here in the color picker, so you can pick any color you want. And this is the color picker tool. If you have any color on your canvas and you feel like you want to pick that color for your design, this is the color picker. This like picking tool. We have the color picker tool. We have the color picker tool here. You can pick any color. Let's say you want to pick this yellow color. You can pick the yellow color. You click on the color picker tool, select it, and click on this yellow box here. Our object will automatically change to yellow. Let's say you want to pick our green color. You can pick any color you like. You can pick automatically any colors you like. So that's it for the color picker tool. And the color. So that's everything on the. So these are solid colors. These are solid colors in Figma. We have blue, red, purple. I think this, I've forgotten the name. We have yellow, we have green. And one thing, let me teach you a code on. If you are using colors that are like, let's say basic colors, you want to use basic color, you can put in blue here in the Lex code. On the fill panel, you can write in blue, BLUE. Write blue, you can change. You can write in yellow, it will change. You can write in green, it will change. You can write in red to change. So let's write in back our blue. That's one interesting thing about Figma. And then these are solid colors, and we have linear colors. You can see these are not completely blue. This is not completely yellow. Some part of it look like gold, some part of it's yellow, some part of this is like very light blue, some part is dark. Yeah, some part is like orange, some part is red, this is what we call linear colors. These are what we call linear colors. So let's say we're trying to achieve a linear color. So let's say this is blue. So once you open your color panel, your color editing panel, see once you hover on this now, you see Figma will bring out a tooltip. See, we have solid, we have gradients, and we have images, video. So these are linear gradients, and this thing. So this are linear gradients. This all you have here. These are linear gradients. We have diamond. This is diamond here. We have diamond, and we have angular. And we have radial gradients. So let me just give you a simple definition. The combination of two colors to form a particular color. That's like the combination of two colors on an object. That's what we call gradients. Combination of two shades of colors. So we call gradients. This radial. So let's say we want to replicate this linear color here we have here. So we can replicate it by clicking on this swatch and color. Click on gradient. You move to gradient. This solid. This gradient. This is for image and this is for video. So you can also use it to insert image. Let me choose something. You can use it to insert image. That's for image, but we are focusing on color for today. Focusing on color. This is gradient. So let's say we want to achieve this. So we can just change some value of this. Can change the value of, let's say we change everything to, sorry. You change it to colors. So this, what you see here now on the canvas, these are different angles of the colors, like where they stop, like different angles of where your colors are, or where each color in your gradient are. These are like angles. These two things you see, you can change them, you can rotate them, you can move them around. These two, you can move them around. These are their position on your object, like the position of different color where they stop. You can move them around. You can move them around. You can bring them. You can move them around. You can move them around. So let's say you want to achieve that first one. So we can click on the color swatch. Each of them has its own color editing PC. It has its own. So you can just click on this, and then let's say we want a lighter blue, and then we want the other part. See, once I select this one up, see the node here is selected. So you can see it's selected, and once I click this lower part here, the node here also is selected. You can see the color swatch here is selected. So let's make this one a darker blue. Let's make it dark, a bit darker. So you can see we have something in resemblance to this. So you see they are not the same color. You see this one is a very dark blue and this one is very light. So they are not the same colors. These are what we call gradients. So you can use different type of gradients in Figma. We have in here now where you see linear, where linear is written in the color editing panel, where you see linear, you can change it to radial. You see this radial now, it looks similar to what we have here. See, we have another color in the middle of this, and that's radial. Can change it to radial, and you can change it to and you can change it to angular. You can change it to angular. You can change it to angular. This angular, you can just move the swatch around. And move this around. You can move this around. You can move them around. And you can change it to diamond. Change it to diamond. See, this looks similar to this, and the angular looks similar to this. So that's editing gradients in Figma for you. That's editing pretty much, but most of the time you'll be using linear gradients. Except maybe you're doing advanced things on Figma. Then as time goes on, where we start creating screens, we'll start showing you. So let's say we want to recreate this now using our color. So we are using gradient. We'll be using linear gradient. Now let's say we want to recreate this. So let's draw our frame. So we have our frame here. We have this purple and we have this sort of like pinkish color. So we can click on our frame. Click on our frame. Then we have go to gradients. We go to gradients. Then we can start putting in our blue. That's we put in the hex code for the blue. You can see the same hex code is also here. Let me go back to this for one and you can see that's the same hex code. It has, you can see this. The hex code is 000FF. You can see, and that's what we've inputted here also. That's what we've inputted here also. We have 000FF. So and now we have, let's put this. we have AA30FF. Then we input that also. Then
Recording is on.
Hello, guys. Sorry. It's coming back. Apologies for that. Sorry, just it says 2 minutes. Hello, sorry, Florence. Just a minute. It's trying to connect his other router. Sorry about that, please.